Hello, my name is Brad Kruger. I'm an application developer at iSoft, and in this tutorial I'm going to take you through the steps to add a mobile page to an existing web application. The existing desktop application we are going to work with is called Tracker. Let's take a look at the Tracker homepage. Here we see the Tracker homepage in Firefox. This is the desktop version, a pretty straightforward homepage with links to the various types the application tracks. Now that we're familiar with the desktop homepage, let's return to our tutorial and walk through the steps of creating a mobile version of that homepage. In the tutorial here we see 4 steps to mobilize our web application. And we will go to the first step, adding ICEmobile. The first thing we need to do is to visit the icesoft.org website. And in the downloads you will find ICEmobile. I have already downloaded the ICEmobile binaries and extracted them locally on my machine. So at this point we can take the appropriate jar file and add it to our web application. Okay. So here is my ICEmobile folder on my local machine. If we go into ICEmobile lib, inside here we find the IceFaces Mobi jar. This is the only jar we need if we already have an existing IceFaces application. I'm going to copy this into my IDE in the Tracker application. If we go to the WebINF lib folder, we see the existing jars. As I mentioned before, we already have IceFaces in here using IceFaces ACE components. And we will paste in the IceFaces Mobi jar to enable us to add mobile pages with mobile components. Now that we have added the IceFaces Mobi jar, we can proceed to step 2. The next step in mobilizing our application is to redirect mobile browsers to mobile pages. Okay, the current entry point to our application is the index.jsp file. That's a typical configuration in our web XML. Right now we are redirecting to our home page, current desktop home page. We are going to add in some code here to redirect to mobile pages when necessary. So I'm just going to copy this from the tutorial. And in my IDE I'll go to the existing index.jsp page. Copy it in. We import a class that's available in the IceFaces Mobi jar, and we use this Java class to detect if it's a desktop browser or not. If it is not a desktop browser, we're going to redirect to a new file, m_home.jsf, so a mobile version of home. If it is a desktop browser, we will send the redirect to where we previously sent it, the desktop home page. That was a quick step. We're now ready to move on to the next step, which is to add our mobile page. Okay, so we're going to create a new page with this content in our IDE. I'm just going to copy this. We will go back to our IDE and create the necessary file structure here. Under Web, we currently have a desktop folder for our desktop pages. We're going to create a new directory, Mobile, for our mobile pages. And in the mobile directory, we'll create a file, m_home.xhtml. I use the m underscore in front of the name so that in my IDE I can see the difference here between the mobile home and the desktop home. I have the mobile home page open, and now I will paste in the code from the tutorial. Let's review the markup in this page. The first thing you should notice from looking at the doc type is that we are using HTML5 syntax here. Mobile browsers widely support HTML5. The next thing you should notice going down the page is the Mobi device resource tag in the head. This is a nice succinct way that we have packaged together all the necessary resources for different mobile devices, including device-specific meta tags, style sheets for themes, and required JavaScript. We scroll down a little further, we see the body content. We have a small view and a large view here. Mobi Small View would be used for handheld devices like phones, and Mobi Large View for tablet-sized devices. The Mobi Small View tag contains an include for small content, while the Large View contains an include for large content. And our next step will be to create the files that are included for the small and large mobile devices. An important note I should make before we proceed is that all the steps up to this point have mobilized our current application. The application will now redirect us to the mobile home page when we enter, and if we do have a one-page design, this current page that we are looking at ensures with the Mobi device resource tag and the Mobi Small View, Mobi Large View tag that the application will have the look and feel of native mobile applications as soon as we fill in this content. Okay, this provides all the automatic device detection and theming packaged with ICEmobile. And when we go to our includes, it's just a matter of choosing the appropriate components for the size of device that we are targeting. Let's return to our tutorial and take a look at the small mobile homepage content. Okay, we want to keep in mind that this content is using the exact same Java backing bean code that our desktop page is using. Okay, so nothing has changed in our Java code, just a reminder. We're just presenting it in a different manner for a mobile device. Okay, so our includes are kept in the WebINF folder. This is part of the servlet standard. It means that the includes cannot be directly accessed by a browser. So in WebINF, we're going to create a new directory. This directory will be mobile, includes, and small includes. The file, M for mobile, S for small, and home. Now that we have the file created, I'll paste in the content from the tutorial. This small view content has exactly the same EL expressions as our desktop homepage would have. So our Java code has not been touched. We're using the same backing bean logic. We're just presenting it in a different manner. Here we're using the Mobi page panel component for layout. This component is great for handheld phone-sized devices. It defines a header region, a body region, and a footer region. So if we get the application running, and in this case using an iPod Touch, what we see is the exact same content rendered for the appropriate device. Here's our header region, our body region, and our footer region at the bottom. So we can see here that applications developed with ICEmobile look and feel just like native mobile applications. And this has saved us a lot of work as an application developer. If we take a look at the desktop page, which uses this base template, there are many divs used with classes, CSS styles to create the appropriate layout for a desktop application. Okay. Whereas our mobile page really has just involved us including ICEmobile tags to incorporate the appropriate resources and then choose the components we want. And the end result being an application that looks just like the native device it's running on. So I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope you enjoy working with ICEmobile. And so until next time, thank you and goodbye.